Hey everyone, let's talk about DNS today. What is DNS? How DNS works? So DNS stands for Domain Name System. It is the phone book of the internet. So think of it like we have a domain name and IP address in it. So if you will go with the domain name, you can find the IP address of it. Human access information online through domain name like abc.com or google.com. Web browser interact through internet protocol IP address. Technically, as we know, every device on the internet has unique IP address, and through IP address only it can be located and found. DNS helps to translate domain name to IP address so that the browser can load the internet resources. Now, browser doesn't have all the address with it, only the cached part is there. So whenever a new website is entered on browser looks to the to its cache. If it is not there, it goes to the DNS server. DNS server returns the IP address, and through that IP address, web browser hits the web server and gets the detail. So, but this step is divided into the DNS step is divided into 4 or 5 parts. First is the DNS resolver. Second is DNS root name server. Third is DNS TLD name server, and fourth one is the Cloudflare or any other provider which serves as the name server. So what happens typically? So in step 1, on your computer, you type a domain name such as world.com. It goes to DNS resolver. First it will go, if it is not found, it will go to the root server, then to the TLD server, and then from TLD to the authoritative server, and from there it reaches to the website. Okay. Once it reaches to the website, the IP address is returned to the local computer browser, and through that IP address, the website can be found. So typically it works like whenever we enter any website address on the browser, it doesn't have the IP address. So it goes to the DNS server. Now the primary DNS server, if it has information, it will return. If not, then it will say I don't know. You need to check with the namespace server. And if the namespace server doesn't have the information, then it will go to the authoritative server. And once it is found, it is returned. The IP address is returned to the local computer browser, and using that IP address, browser hits or navigates to the web server of that website. So that's so this step is typically divided into 8 steps. Now, if you have hosted, you must know the name server. If you have hosted any website, and one of the main thing is if you are associated with the name server, it's hard to change. So I'll tell you what it can be done, how it can be changed. The best thing about the DNS system is that it allows website owner to move their website without changing the domain names. So initially, if you have hosted with namespace server 1, then you can change to namespace server 2. Ideally, it would be best if you register a domain without your hosting provider. Using your own hosting provider eliminates the transferring a domain name or changing the name server. So you can change it dynamically anytime if you are in the beginning you have not taken or used any name server. If your domain name is registered with one provider and your website is hosted elsewhere, then you can simply change the domain DNS name server and point to your web host. For example, if your domain name is registered with domain.com and your website is hosted with one of the popular WordPress or any other company, then you can easily change your namespace server. So today I tried to explain what is DNS and how it works, the different steps that it takes. Okay. I hope this is informative, and if you have any question related to DNS, please write in the comment box, and we'll try to go deep into DNS in our future videos. So thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you have not watched our other videos, do go and browse the other playlist. Many useful videos we have created in the past. So thank you so much. Do like the video and subscribe to the channel.